to a 212 to 88 lead. You see how quickly this goes with blinds that high.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really, right now, Gagan Verk with merely 88,000 in chips, he has to play any two cards here. Doesn't even have to look at those cards.
And Milliken knows it. That's why he's pushing the way he
And
did.
look at this!
This is unprecedented. Wow. Heads-up play in speed poker right now, and the action has been non-stop. We'll get you up to date on where the chips are right now. Milliken, still the leader. He has 176,000 in chips. And then on the other side, his head-up opponent, Gagan Verk, 124,000. And Verk, I mean, he's been on fire. His hands have just been dealt to him, and he's had monsters.
Well, John, when the blinds are 20 and 40,000, I mean, Verk has like almost a third of his chips in the big blind. And Milliken's not that much better. Almost a quarter of his chips in the big blind. Translation, you've got to play. You can't wait around. Verk has been blessed with a lot of aces, a lot of kings.
Well, Verk just walked on that one. He's got a king 2 on this.
I call.
He'll just simply call.
Yeah.
Let's check it.
And Milliken will see a flop. The 8, a 7, and another 8. Milliken. Bang, 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 3 8s. The snowmen stacking up. The 10 on the turn. And diamonds there.
Milliken
so he's
has a
heavily.
diamond.
It's locked up. The only way he could lose this is folding.
Oh. Verk will certainly fold here. And unfortunately for Milliken making the trip 8s, he's against an opponent who really isn't going to make a move that's out of line. If Verk bets, Milliken knows that the guy's got a hand. If he doesn't, he's not going to get called.
Verk has been pretty straightforward with his hands, but so far in heads up, that's been okay. He's had pocket aces twice, pocket kings. So he can just play his strong hands, and hopefully for his sake, he's thinking keep that up.
I'm on it.
Wow, and Verk.
Waited for his opportunity, put some heat on with the 8-7. But he knows that Milliken's aggressive, so when he just limped, he thought now's my chance to take down some money.
You know, and I've got to question Milliken's play there. Smooth calling puts in another 20,000. That means there's 80,000 in the pot. Verk only raised another 44,000, so it only cost him 44,000 to win 120-some thousand. He was getting 3-1 on the call and the chance to end this tournament here. Even with a small hand, there's not that many hands where he's a 3-1 underdog. I'd expect the pro to make a small adjustment and start calling with these marginal hands.
Chip-wise, we're almost exactly back to where we were when we started heads up. We've seen all kinds of action, but we've gone full circle.
And John, if I'm the pro here, if I'm Milliken, I would take calling out of my arsenal. I would just start putting pressure on Gagan Verk, making him call raises. Because we've seen he really doesn't like to do that unless he's got those big, beautiful cards.
Imagine Milliken will keep that pressure on.
This time we'll see him flop for free.
2, 8, 10.
Check. Verk actually making a move at this pot with just a king high, and I think it will work. Milliken only an inside straight draw.
Releases it. So Verk gets a little healthier. At this point, that may, and I think in fact it did, put Verk now. Gagan Verk pushing into the lead by almost 30,000 in chips. So again, this has just been back and forth.
Big hand for Milliken. Call. Just calls.
He's hoping again. We saw early in the match him trying to set a trap. We'll see if it works for him this time. The 6, ace, 6. So Milliken hooks up on his aces. Another ace. There's the full house.
For 20. Better. Well, see, if I'm Milliken there, I just check and hope that something comes on the end that makes my opponent want to bet.
Nothing's going to hurt you. He's got the nuts, and he's got the victory on that hand. The lead changes again.
176 to 124. Verk in the small blind for 20,000 and the button. Melican in the big blind for 40,000, and Verk has a pocket pair again.
He has been the beneficiary of very, very, very kind cards. And again, you've seen this. You've got the pro in Melican making the moves, doing what he has to do. Verk's just been able to sit back and say, I'll let my cards do the talking.
Since we've gotten to heads-up play, John, by my count, Verk has had a pocket pair 6 times. That's unheard of.
It is pretty unbelievable. And that's why he's definitely in this match full steam. And the slight chip leader at this point. So as we go to the flop, a queen, 9-3. No immediate help for either player. They both will check it down to the turn. A 10.
Melican picks up an up and down straight draw.
And he will bet that.
Verk with the lowly 7 deuce.
So a jack or a 6 would have helped, but he didn't need it. Well, again, the lead has gone back and forth in heads-up play. This is Ted Melican versus Ryan Durda. Melican, your leader. We're back with more from the Poker Dome.